How's it going, everybody? It's Sean here, and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the New Balance 991 in the yellow and blue colorway. This pair dropped a few weeks back here in Canada for a retail price of 300 Canadian dollars or $220 down in the US. The product code for this shoe is M991YBG, and the colorway of this shoe is yellow, gray, and blue. This New Balance is another pair that's made in England, and it marks my first New Balance 991. It kind of reminded me of the Air Max 1 Curries, and I personally think that the yellow and the blue go perfectly together. So diving straight into the sneaker, the toe box area, this is constructed out of a combination of mesh with gray leather overlays. This gives the toe box a ton of breathability, and then at the edge of the toe box we have this hit of reflective 3M. Surrounding the outer edge of the toe cap, here we have this yellow colored suede, which to me felt pretty decent in hand. It wasn't the best suede I've ever seen from a New Balance, but it wasn't bad either. This yellow suede covers the entire mid panel of both sides of the shoe, and then stitched on top we have the New Balance end logo, which is done in blue with this white outline. Moving further downwards towards the end of the shoe, we see the return of that gray colored mesh with leather overlays, and then the yellow suede covers the entire back heel of the sneaker. At the very top of the back heel, we have this hit of reflective 3M, and then below this there's this oval shaped cutout with 991 embroidered in blue. Hugging the back heel, we have this dark gray colored TPU heel clip, which gives you added structure and support for the back end of the shoe. For the laces, these come standard with a flat style lace done in this yellow color, but they also give you a secondary pair of gray laces as well, but I might consider getting a pair of white laces to break up all the gray and yellow and give it more of an Air Max 1 Curry feel. Underneath the laces, we have your tongue. So the majority of the tongue is constructed out of gray colored mesh, but we have this hit of leather at the very top with the New Balance 991 branding embroidered in blue. Taking out the insoles, these come with a gray colored insole with New Balance branding stamped on the heel. So the upper of these 991s sits atop this very chunky absorbed foam midsole. The forefoot area is done in white, but there's this hit of blue which protrudes out like a bubble, and the back heel has this sculpted feel to it, and this is done in this dark tan or gray color. We also have a bit of this protruding blue foam, and it has this absorb branding on it as well. Flipping the shoe over to the bottom, so here we have your outsole, and this is entirely done in black colored rubber. We see the New Balance logo forming the traction pattern on the forefoot area of the sneaker, and we have this New Balance branding also found on the back heel. For those wondering how these fit, so this was my first pair of 991s ever, and just by going from research I found online, I opted for a half size down for a 9.5. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and for New Balances I wear between a 9.5 and a 10, and I'd have to say that going a half size down for this pair was probably the right choice. For comparison's sake, I'm also a 9.5 in most of my 998s as well as most of my 990 V5s also. So if you haven't worn the 991 model before, then my best bet would be go a half size down. Next up, in terms of the comfort on this model, so overall I'd say that it's pretty comfortable. The absorb foam felt pretty good. It gave me a good balance between softness in the forefoot and support in the back heel. But one thing I noticed was this midsole was pretty slanted, so you can definitely feel the fact that you're sort of slanted forward, which really wasn't a big deal at the end of the day, but it's something I noticed. Finally, quickly touching upon the quality and the craftsmanship on this pair, overall I'd say that it was pretty decent. The materials, while they weren't the absolute best, they weren't bad at all. And in terms of the craftsmanship and make on this shoe, I had no problems with this. Overall, a pretty solid job by New Balance. With all that being said, now let's lace up these New Balance 991s and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. All in all, there weren't too many surprises with the New Balance 991. The quality and the comfort were pretty on point, and getting these in hand, the colorway of the shoe was just as I expected and it looked really good on feet. I personally struck out on the Packer 992 release, and I think this is a very worthy substitute that a lot of people are probably sleeping on. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this New Balance 991 and the yellow and blue colorway. How do you feel about the 991 model in general? Do you feel like it's being slept on? Or are you good with where it is right now, avoiding all the hype? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8. Check out my Twitter account at sean.go and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll catch you guys all in my next review.